got Derrick James back. This might be fast in a way. I'm trying to get down to the first quarter. My baby, oh, there she is. You know what I do.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. On 2nd and 7, Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Rivers.
Yeah, time's gonna fill me, nigga.
Intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
First drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22. On first down, Carson, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. He completes it to Henry. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To throw, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. A gain of 22. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 35 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all Lebanon defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Got Gordon open, completes it. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Josh Gordon, 40 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers, and they take the lead here at 7-6. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Rivers now to throw on first down. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Off the play fake here. Rivers going deep here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson flush to his right.
Man, come on.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Denzel Perryman just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fielded at the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, folks, we gave you a glance at the AFC playoff picture. Let's talk NFC playoff picture. Bit of a shakeup because the Niners and the Saints game, and then the Seahawks and the Rams. So San Fran back up to the top spot. Then you have the Packers, who beat Washington, moving up to number 2. The Saints with the loss, trying to follow all this. They drop down a spot, but it's a critical one as they lose that first-round bye, and then they're still awaiting resolution on the Cowboys and the Eagles in the NFC East, CD.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy deal, because essentially San Francisco and Seattle had kind of been trading back and forth. And after Sunday night's games, San Francisco owns that spot. But remember, those two play Week 17. It could all be decided then. The Saints have already locked down the NFC South. They're trying to get one of those top 2 seeds, as you mentioned. But the race for these wild cards, Minnesota sitting right there holding the number 6 spot. They're a game ahead of the Rams, who are really hot right now. And the Bears, after whacking the Cowboys last week, they're hanging in there as well.
But as you're alluding to, I mean, Seattle drops from the number 1. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt. 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson.
Right, it appeared to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and create a big play.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Hell, man.
Around the 27. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And for the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
I get so high.
Here we go.
I ain't get no black man over here. Huh? Huh? Give it to mama say, mama say. And she was drinking that liquor, so she spit.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I seen him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. No gain on the screen there. It's
Man, KJ Wright gonna be player of the game.
I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big.
Right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made.
All right, now keep playing with the game like that, nigga. Yeah,
be
fuck around.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Rivers on first down. He'll get this to Eckler. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Rivers. Woo! And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. All right, CD, let's take a step back. Look at the AFC playoff picture with just 3 weeks to go. Hard to believe. Essentially, I think it's 7 teams for 6 spots right now. The Ravens are in, looking good for the #1 seed at 11-2, essentially with a 2-game lead over the 10-3 Pats, who they beat in Week 9. Then what we got? Chiefs in the West leading right now. Texans currently ahead in the AFC South. How about that wild card picture?
Yeah, how about Buffalo? They had a tough loss at home to Baltimore. But, boy, they're playing awfully well. And guess what? They go to New England next week. That game could have big ramifications. And the Steelers, how are they 8-5 on their 3rd, maybe essentially 4th quarterback of the year since they traded Josh Dobbs in preseason? Incredible job Mike Tomlin has done as the head coach there. But the team to keep an eye out for in the AFC South are the Tennessee Titans. They are hot right now, 8-5, and running the heck out of football with Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I mentioned the Texans currently holding the AFC South lead, but they also have that 8-5 record. It's going to be close down the stretch. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
On first down, Carson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They run again with Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Maybe can really get over 7.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Rivers now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, Delta! -50.
Play fake. Rivers.
Do it. Do it.
Pressure again, and down he goes again. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On first down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I'm fucking head up right now. I don't know what to do.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6.
He's still trying. I'm beating him by 30. And
after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
What's up? Yeah.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Man, Thomas, man,
he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I've been playing the nigga now. The score 6-28 right now.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Man.
To throw is Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hogs.
All you want to do is throw it up. Pick this time. Stop playing. My nigga got it one hand, man.
Another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
I nigga got that bit one
the
hand.
intended receiver.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense.
He quit. I knew he was going to quit. It was over with, though. He knew that. Watch this. Yeah, man, I told him put the nigga online, man.
incredible, honestly
Man, she
unforgettable.
blocked the
You
call.
a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line.
Oh, it wasn't that wrong with my internet.
If I let you tell it, put my heart and soul in. So you feel it.
Man, nigga, you quit, nigga.
I ain't never faking, I'm the realest. Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. At any currency, I'm still guaranteed.
Never
my
was.
wins.
Man,
This
go
is
ahead.
coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best to soak in it. I'm a prophet to them
playing
scholars, got them
defense.
chakras
That shit.
opening. Got them fixing
I know you were
my
like,
eyes,
damn.
now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions.
That shit be
Daily
crazy.
manifesting on my
No,
premonitions.
Seattle straight. But nah, what you call? I was like, man, he got me fucked up.
The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. On that lane switching, this is what
My
the
heart
game
come back
is.
once you go up. I don't do shit like that.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable.
Whenever you
You a Joe like
wanna get
Chappelle
your
show.
practice in, you know, and then come holler at me in here.
Let you know. It's the young,
Yeah.
incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do
Yeah,
this for my
3-1.
millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Oh no, not that kind of 3-1. I thought the time my way. I don't know nothing about that. I know you beat me. I know you beat me twice. That's when I had to fuck up. What you call? You probably won't win none of these bitches now. I ain't got no fucked up controls no more. That shit dead.
One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do?
That's it. I knew you weren't gonna play another one. When you can't do shit, it's just making you know you got a chance. You be like, alright, I thought I had a chance. You just know you ain't got no chance.